time, like, so I purposely put myself in a bag that nobody puts themselves in.
Facts.
And that bag is being a constant fan. A lot of people in my position, being in media or DJ or whatever, they put themselves in a bag where they are the power players.
Yeah, they're more.
You come see me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always. So what makes me excited about a Gyakie or a Rema or Ruga is because I'm always a fan.
Yes.
So I messaged.
And it's sincere. It comes from a genuine.
I messaged Ruga's label head messaged me today, and we were chit-chatting, and I said, yo, man, you guys have some incredible talent, and I'm so excited. And he messaged me back. He said, we're coming with more. That message alone set me off.
Yeah.
Like, what are they, what youngsters are they working on?
Well, yeah.
And that's the position of a fan.
Yeah.
You can only be excited like that.
Yeah.
If you're a fan.
Facts.
Yeah. If
Facts.
you're a big boss, you're like, all right, whatever. We've seen them before.
Yeah.
We've seen.
Nah, yeah.
I ain't never seen someone like Gyakie before.
Facts.
Never seen someone like Tiwa Savage before.
Facts.
I never saw someone like Efia before.
Facts.
I never saw someone like Becca before.
Facts.
You know, and that is only a fan that can be in that position. So you take yourself out of that, it takes away the excitement.
And
for
then you
me.
speak from a genuine perspective. The queenest of them all.
You ready?
Yeah. How are we doing it?
Don't worry, we're just talking.
Yeah.
We're just talking.
So that's coming from
The camera is not even here today.
Yeah, we're just, it's just me.
Vibing.
We're just talking.
Yeah, I think that's
She had that.
That's it. This is what the fans love to see.
She had that sit right there. 15 minutes. Let's get it. So this is a different type of conversation. I just had to come out here in this pristine setup. I heard you were in the studio. You were chilling in central London. I wanted to invite you to the podcast, but I thought if I brought you to the podcast now, it might feel a little bit formal. And me, I wasn't in the vibe of sitting in the studio, but let me come catch up with you. We spoke a while ago, you know, and trying to see what's happening with you. First of all, you look amazing. How are you doing?
Thank you so much. I'm doing so good. You know, my hair is laid. My makeup is on fleek. My earrings are busting. I have amazing people here on the table. So yeah, I've been good. In relation to the last time we spoke, I think, and I'm glad that I know you're proud of me.
Yeah.
Because in the last interview till now, there's been a lot of growth.
Absolutely.
And anytime that I do something bigger, I always think about the people that are rooting for me, because I just want to hear them saying, Gyakie, I'm so proud of you.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't want to hear the people rooting for you saying, what's going on with you, Gyakie? What's happening? You're not the same person that I knew a year ago. You'd always want to hear them saying they're proud of you.
Absolutely.
And you're one of the few people that I would always want to get a feedback from.
That's amazing.
In relation to how my journey is looking. And I can see from your face, when we met at the entrance, I
Absolutely.
can see that you're very proud.
Yeah, I am. Because listen,
everything is going.
You know, previously I was like, you know, after you had the big moments in 2021, there was almost like a quiet time.
Thank you for being honest.
You understand? And I was always like, listen, what's happening? They hold it. I was ready to go fight at the label. You know me. You know. But it looked like since then, things changed. What happened? Was it a situation where you sat down with the hierarchy and said, listen, Gyakie has to feed her fans, or I just have to put out music, or, you know, what happened after that kind of like calm time, you know, following the big bang in 2021?
Yeah, okay. I think this is going to be the first time I'm going to speak about this. And from a very honest perspective as an artist, I would say, I don't know for others, but whenever you drop a song that blows out of your expectations, you have so much to prove. And sometimes I want to say, it's not my fault. I didn't know the song was going to blow this much. So if something should come after that and it doesn't do as big as that, you're not supposed to be surprised, because maybe that particular song is special. Do you understand? So what I was going through was, after Forever, I have to be honest, I felt the reason why I didn't drop in a long time was because I think I put too much pressure on myself. I was like, oh my God, Gyakie,
Are they going to accept it?
Yeah, what if the next song I drop is not as big as Forever? What am I going to do? So it got to maybe a couple of months. I was like, nah, actually, how about if what you drop is a good song? Maybe it doesn't necessarily have to be a banger.
Absolutely.
Well, the banger brings the bread, but what if you're also going to do a good song?
Facts.
So after going back and forth, I remember I was recording a lot of songs, and I'll be like, nah, this is not nice, because at the top of my mind, I'm like, it's not as big as Forever. So I scrap it every time. So it was making me keep long. And then my manager, Miro, I think I recorded a song called Need Me. And then he was like, this is a song. I kept telling him that, nah, I don't think so, because Forever did so well. What if we drop it and the people do not like it? What if it doesn't become as big as that? We dropped Need Me. Need Me took time
to build.
I feel one thing I've learned from this journey is I don't have to set my mind to banga, 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 banga. Because when you do that, you're going to drop songs that are out of your actual
sound.
Your actual sound. Thank you. So we dropped Need Me. To be honest, Need Me didn't really pop on the very drop.
Yeah.
But it took time. And that song is like my second biggest song.
That's crazy.
That I don't even pay attention to. It's one of my biggest songs after Forever. So after that, then I dropped my EP, which was my diary, and Something was another big song. Davido also blessed the EP.
Yeah, what's it like working with someone like coming into the game and instantly getting a massive co-sign from one of the greats of the game in Davido? What was that like for you?
Yeah, so I remember there was a video, one day I'm going to post that video. There was a video where I went to the washroom and I was just crying. I took a snap and I was crying because I couldn't believe that I was actually in the same studio session with Davido. He genuinely loved the song, and I think he's one person that has a very big heart. No matter who you are, no matter where you're from, if he genuinely accepts what you're doing, he actually, we played a song to him the day before. He liked the song. The next day, he really made sure we came to the studio session.
Wow.
He was pressing for us to do the studio session, and he recorded his full verse on the song, and he said we should put it on the EP.
Wow.
And it was so amazing for such a superstar like that.
And that's why I saw you at his show in London. You were just in the background enjoying yourself, looking fly as always. You know, the bag is getting, it looks like the money that you're picking up these days, my sister. But the thing is, another thing that I also wanted to catch up with you is the fact that you're a lady in this game, representing Ghana or Africa. It's always a tough mountain for young ladies. But now it looks like Ira's popping off. You're making moves. Yeah. What does it feel like having to face some of these challenges as a young woman? You talked about, your experience of thinking too much about the next song you were going to release and how that pressure was affecting you. What about the other pressures that come with being a young lady in this industry? How are you coping with that?
I would say being an artist is complicated, but being a female artist is extra complicated. I won't lie to you, because if you put everything aside, if you're taking a male artist on stage, he can just put on a t-shirt and shorts and a sneaker. If we're taking glam alone, but the female artist has to think of what hair, what makeup, what nails, what pants, what heels, all of that. That is just one section. And aside that, females are very vulnerable and soft. So something that would attack a female artist might not attack a male artist. And also because we're not a lot. When you go backstage after a concert, if you're seeing a lot of girls, it will give you a little type of, those are my girls. But you go backstage and you're seeing...
It's all goons. Man them.
You go backstage and it's all the boys,
God.
And
I never thought about that,
chill and just be in your cute era. But I think if we're able to, which is one thing I've noticed you're doing, if we're able to push more of the girls to come into the scene, if not anything, for backstage purposes. And for the voice of the female, the young females coming up, it will be like, oh, the girls are here. You know, I think one thing too that I've noticed is with the male industry, there's so much unity.
Yes.
Like, you're going to see a lot of the boys
absolutely
at a table,
yep.
boys communicating, but it's very rare to see that of the female artists. And I think the people that have the louder voices, the more we empower the younger female, because they also see what we put out
absolutely.
on the internet. So if
absolutely.
they're seeing that, oh, there's more of the boys than the girls, I don't think that's going to empower them to want to come into that particular like zone. But I think when we empower more females, is going to push a lot of the youngins to also like come up. And then people actually think there's this tight, jealous competition between the females. But trust me, anytime I meet Ira, anytime I meet Thames, anytime I meet Faith, anytime I meet Efia, Becca, everyone, it's always a good vibration.
Because they understand your struggle.
Yes. But I think it's the perception people have outside. They feel the male artists are more like united than the female artists. I don't think it's that. But I would also conclude and say being a female artist is very tough. And also in terms of quote unquote sexuality, is also part of one thing that is tough about being a female artist, because if you're not femme, to be very honest, there's so many left turns that you might take.
Wow.
Yeah, on that. So it's one thing that being a girl child or being a girl lady, girl woman, you have to go through. But if you're femme, trust me,
you're gonna get through.
No.
Now, it's 2023. As you know, you've talked about your confidence and putting out music now, looking like you've got the tour coming up. Man, I'm super excited about that. We're gonna touch that. But you have a brand new single featuring a UK artist. There are a couple of things that I noticed about that record. Is number one, it has that UK type of international sound. That's one. Then number two, your style is great. Like, I've seen pictures of you out. The gear is like, if you told people back home that there wasn't no money, don't listen, man.
No.
She's speaking of the bags. That's all I'm saying.
No.
So
Alicia Pay is speaking from back in the day.
So talk to me about number one, this collaboration, how it came together. You know, is obviously on impact alone. It looks like the acceptance has been fantastic. So talk to me about this song.
Okay, so this new song, which is called Scar, is Gyakie, Songbird, and JB. And the shocking thing about this song is the first time we recorded this song was the first time I met JB.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong to whoever will watch this, but I think that is the first time I've done a studio session with an artist that it was my first encounter with.
Wow.
Yes. You know, there's some artists that like Bisakade. I hadn't met him in person, but I've been in maybe the same environment, so I know of him as much.
Yeah.
But for JB, it wasn't like that. So he came to Ghana in December, during the Dirty December, and then my Miro was like, my manager, he was like, oh, JB is in town, biggest like UK artist, and then it would be good to do a song. So he came home, I called my producer, and you know, one thing is there's no time. You really don't need to waste time as an artist. Anytime there's that opportunity, you know, like even nothing, don't let anything stop you from grabbing that. And I didn't say, oh, it's JB. I don't think so. Maybe tomorrow. I didn't do that. I was like, sit down. Okay, cool. I called Sosa, he's my producer, and then he came home, he created the beat from scratch, and then I did the chorus. And one thing that I will applaud JB for. So with me, when I'm recording a verse or writing music, I take time. I have to be I have to record the melodies and then I'll type the lyrics on my phone. But JB, he was just sitting on the chair. He was like,
he's one of those writing in his head.
That means the guy was writing everything in his head. He was like,
only a couple greats do that. Jay-Z, Nas, and Big.
Then after, he just came in front of the mic and he sang everything from head to toe. He was not looking on his phone. He didn't type anything out. And sorry guys.
That's fine.
He didn't type anything out, and then like he was. He didn't type anything out. He just like, I feel like he created the lyrics in his head, and he just put the lyrics out. And one thing I also liked was he was able to understand the kind of direction I was coming from, what I was talking about. And when I finished recording that record, that was one of the few records that the next day Sosa texted me and said, Gyakie, this is the one. I saved it in our chat and I told him I'll post it one day. One day. He told me, this is the song. That was my first time meeting JB and his people. That was the first time we recorded a song ever. And we recorded that song in January.
Wow.
And that song came out, and I won't lie to you, I was very nervous. I think I made a post where I was like, I'm about to drop a song, and because it's drill,
that's a UK vibe.
I was like, am I sure?
Your voice was hard on that.
Back to soul? Should I go back to Afrobeats? Should I I wasn't
sure. Experimentation is part of music. It's part of growth. It's part of reinventing yourself. It's part of opening yourself to bigger audiences. And, when people take those type of risks, as a fan, sometimes we might be like, oh, what's she doing? But we love it as well. Because now, our Gyakie is in the drill world.
Yes.
And she's being played there.
Yes.
So for us, eventually, it's another opportunity for us to take, the credit for that, even though it was your work. But as fans, we're taking that credit.
For sure. Because I was telling one of my friends the other day that one thing that I'm always concerned about, to be honest, I feel like as an artist, your fans, it's not, I feel like, as an artist, your fans should be priority. These are people that go to rooms. We have people that argue with people, fight with people to prove a point that I'm telling you that artist A is big.
Yes.
And she or he is good. So those people are like people that we should put on top of our priority list. And that was one thing that I was paying attention to when I was about to drop the teaser, the snippet, the snippet in the studio for Scar. I was really contemplating, and immediately I posted it. All I was thinking about was what the people were gonna say, and immediately I saw that it's busting.
It's gone.
It's on.
Otila. That's amazing, man. I'm happy, to see that you're that confident to experiment. You're experimenting with your sounds and collaborating with different people. Like you said, JB is one of those hot guys here in the UK. It's a drill sound, and the record, amazing. Your look, like I said, I saw pictures and stuff. It's absolutely stunning. Now, finally, let's talk about the tour. It's your first UK tour. You're touching London in May. You're going to other cities. What does it feel like to finally be kicking off your own tour, and what can people expect from that?
Okay, so one thing that I would say is, to my perspective, I feel like London has become like another place for Afrobeats. This is the place. If you are able to actually penetrate into this place, it's another step ahead. That's what I believe in. And this being I feel like also as an artist, this is one thing you have to pass through. So this being my debut tour, I'm extremely excited, and I feel like if this push through well, I'm gonna feel like Sam Udugu. I'm gonna be very happy if this goes through well, and I want to actually give my all, because I think the only show I had, my own show I had here in the UK, was at Jazz Cafe. That was last year. Aside that, every performance has been, from other
just joining someone on stage and stuff like that.
So this is going to be my first official show, and I'm very excited to see how the turnout is going to be and how my fans in the UK are going to show love to me.
Listen, once again, I'm very proud of how you've handled everything since you stepped into this game. I'm a massive fan. I'll continue to be that. I'm looking forward to May. The tour, London, I'm going to be a part of that. We're going to be rocking on stage.
Period.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And
19 Lafayette, London.
Come on.
Outside.
Outside. Listen, my sister, once again, you mean so much to me. That's why I came out here
No,
to sip tea
Hours.
with you. You know what I mean?
Hours. Pure tea, green
ladies and
tea.
gentlemen, this is Tea
Green
in
tea.
Central London on the Afrobeats podcast. Shout out to the big coach. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
That's one of the power players in the
Yes,
UK.
sir.
You know, African Connect is crazy. So, Michael Tubes. Oh, Michael Tubes. Listen, Michael, I came to see your sister Gyakie. You know, they dragged me out. You know, I was stuck in traffic for a minute, but we here now.
2 hours.
That shows that you need to
2
know
hours.
how that's going now. You know. Oh man. Let me see. Efe, worry bro, what's going on, man? I know you've got your tour. Even Kwame Eugene is here. See, Kwame. Kwame is just tuned in now. Kwame, what's happening? Kwame, what's happening? We on a new level now. We on a new level now. We on a new level now. We on a new.
Hey, you have voices.
With all this following you guys, I won't have voice. And the amount of talent that's coming out of Africa right now, as a fan, I'm just so gassed. You know, I've just spoken to Gyakie herself here. You know, the young talent. You know, your Ira Star. It's crazy. So you guys should really expect some greatness this year, because the young boys and girls, they're doing something different. Ruga on stage had like a whole live band session that he had pre-recorded back home. So all he was doing was he was singing to his live band instrumentals on stage. So if you're watching him from the crowd, you think like this guy had the whole orchestra in the background, but he's just him. Like, and he's just started doing that right from the jump.